Welcome back everyone to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Goblins is a deck we played on stream before. I've always enjoyed it. Always been a blast. And with the bans having hit, it seems like a good time to give Goblins a spin again and see how it holds up in a slightly weaker Standard format than we saw before. Seems like a good deck against Dimir especially, where go wide strategies line up really well. Of course, goblins, for those who aren't familiar, we just go wide with a bunch of goblins. We have a bunch of payoffs to having a bunch of goblins, such as Hordemaster, that pumps our goblins and gives us cards when they die. Howlsquad Heavy, that makes mana equal to the goblins we have. And then Krenko as our crazy late game payoff. We even have Agatha's Soul Cauldron that lets us grab a Krenko ability from the yard, give it to a creature, and kind of go crazy with it. Very sick stuff. Beyond that, we just have lots of the best goblins in Standard. I've been really impressed in the past with Burnout Bashtronaut. I think this is a standout in the deck. Good way to push early damage. Becomes huge in the mid game. It's a good thing to put your Howlsquad Heavy mana into. Of course, Draconautics Engineer is really nice with Soul Cauldron too, giving you a kind of absurd endgame where you just make so many dragons from your Draconautics. Very excited to give this one a spin. It's always a good time. Alright, we're going to keep this. It doesn't have a 1-drop, but we have a torch, which is certainly a fine way to start the game. And we've drawn a land, which is actually something we were missing. Missing piece of the puzzle. Alright, they get into the Siren. We're going to hold open torch for bat. Then if they don't bat us, we might just torch the Siren, just to try and prevent Kaito. Okay. Oh, this is tricky. Which one to cast? I guess I value the Searslicer a bit less than the Hordemaster, so we could save the Hordemaster. Searslicer probably a bit more able to attack as well. Alright, it's getting flooped. Unfortunate, but hopefully they just don't kite to us. Okay, they're not kitoing us. That is phenomenal news. So I could go Howlsquad Heavy. It's certainly the highest upside play, but it's pretty sad into interaction. I kind of want to go Hordemaster Headliner first, and then Howlsquad next turn if they tap low. Yeah, Heavy would give us a Searslicer trigger. I'm just really worried about running this into like a cut down. Or go for the throat. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to make the higher impact play and go for the Heavy, but I think I like double spelling. Alright. They tap the Headliner. I worry that this could be a Curiosity. Yep, it's pretty strong. Pretty strong card right there. We get a 2/2. We swing with just the 2/2, and then that means we get a Searslicer trigger in our end step. It's pretty nice. Start going wide. We're pretty good at blocking Flood Pits Drowner now. So the Curiosity is threatening, but it's a little bit less threatening than it was a moment ago. Just drawing them 1 card a turn instead of a million. Okay. Fascinating. Goblins I control have haste. I could see if they can interact with this Krenko. I guess I'm just gonna try it. If it works out, it's incredible. Okay, Phantom Interference is pretty nice there, gotta be said. We make a Goblin. Swing with the new Goblin. Oh, I could swing with more stuff, I guess. Like, this just gets blocked here, so if I swing with a couple other things, then I get to raise my speed, which seems nice. Maybe even push damage. Seems like we do. Alright, speed raises. Get a Hordemaster trigger. Oh, they tied mine to the Hordemaster. Okay. So my team is now a lot smaller, unfortunately. Oh. Okay then. It would appear we have lost the game. Ah, Gix's command. My nemesis. Oh, Gix's command. Alright. Seems like we're moving on to the next game. That's pretty disgusting. Right. So we're against Dimir. So many great black cards leaving standard. Yeah, they really are. A lot of the good removal spells. Shouldered. Real nice stuff going away. Feels like we want these lightning strikes to be like bigger removal for Preacher. We might also want Lithomantic. I'm never sure how to feel about Lithomantic against them. It's like a little bit mediocre. Alright, let's try out this, I guess. Like, it kills Kaito, but Kaito, not everyone even leaves in Kaito in these aggro matchups. And then it doesn't answer the big black creatures that are so good against these red decks. I don't know. This hand is so mopey. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep this really, but this is better. This is better. I like this hand a lot, actually. Very happy I mulliganed. Get our speed going. Get a Searslicer token on turn 2. Very nice stuff. Getting a token down is really nice for Torch to help us answer Curiosity later. Of course. Alright, I guess we just want to move to combat and see what happens. I guess if I was to torch the Siren, we would also, like, get to attack with Searslicer, but... Oh, this stream's already helped you learn how to mulligan. Love to hear that. Mulliganing is always one of the hardest parts of the game, right? I probably still mulligan a bit less than I meant to on the stream. But I do think I've gotten a lot better at it. Alright, Searslicer dies. Pretty sad, but we're threatening to make a dragon next turn. They don't answer my Draconautics. Okay, we will get to make a dragon. They will have a preacher though, so make of that what you will. Let's do it now because of Tidebinder. Now this has double strike. Well, if they aren't careful, we could go... I guess we could have just killed Preacher that turn, huh? Maybe I was meant to. Getting the dragon guaranteed is pretty nice, though. I don't really mind them making it 1-1 if they attack. It's not blocking incredibly right now. Alright, so... Play a mountain. Play a headliner. Activate the exhaust. Tackle. Alright, they get to floop the headliner. Pretty annoying. Oh, they're gonna floop the dragon. Okay, so we still get to answer the preacher. I've never played with this card before. I'm having to read it like 10 times to make sure I'm not messing up here. Anyway. They're chump blocking. Means there is a sweeper in our future, unfortunately. At least we don't lose that much in the grand scheme of things. I guess we're going to lose Bashtronaut Dragon, but we keep our free. Apparently not. Apparently they're just doing this. Curious. Curious. I could activate the Soulstone. Having the mana on the double strike is also pretty nice though. I guess if I activate the Soulstone, I still get to have one activation open. They might also go for Curiosity, I guess. They go for Floopy. Okay. Floopy hits the Soulstone. I could keep open Torch, or I could funnel mana into the double strike. I think I'm okay with them trading both these bodies for the Draconautics. I think that's an acceptable exchange. Draconautics has kind of done its job at that point by making the dragon earlier. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. We have double torch now, though, to answer most blockers. Have them on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, they might just be activating this reef. Then I get to do this and hope it works. Okay. They go to 4. Gonna be a close one. I see. Oh, they want to crack the map on it to try and turn it into a blocker. This makes sense. Thankfully, it's still a 2-2. We also draw a torch. I think I'm saving that. They want a chump block, I imagine that's fine. Okay. Or can remove their threats. Fascinating. Okay, they get to block. I guess I torch this to get rid of it permanently. And then we're like actually in top deck mode. So we need to draw some threats before they draw too many things just generally. Interesting. I hope they've not drawn a Gix's Command. That would be a card they would wait on. And would also be truly horrendous for me. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Game 3. Yeah, you put the looters back in because of games like these. That makes perfect sense. I guess we're running it back. Game 3, y'all. Rule the marbles. I mean, we're certainly keeping this. Honestly, Soldier plus Engineer is pretty messed up against them. If we can survive the early game. They've not shown us Deep Cavern Bat yet, so I think I'd much rather Headliner than like think about holding Open Torch. Oh. Kind of a nice one. Get in there with the Headliner. Oh, it also kills Bat, true. I'm worried about Quench, but obviously casting Searslicer is like kind of obscene. Oh wow, okay. Apparently they just have nothing. They're all in on this Preacher that's coming down this turn, I imagine. We are very well prepared for. And confirm. Oh, I could just kill it with Headliner to play around a Sweeper. Right? He just lost the birds. It's taken over. It's just taken over. I kind of want to kill it with Headliner. Like, I feel like that plays around a Sweeper a bit better, even if we're dealing less damage in the immediate future. Yeah, but I kind of want to play this anyway, I think, There we go. Oh, is there a green Redbirds list? I've not seen this yet. That sounds cool. What's the pool to red? I feel like the Choco Comet's probably not constructed playable. A little bit expensive. Alright, we just attack all, right? And then play Cauldron, hold Open Torch. So I want to play Howlsquad into Curiosity, particularly. Oh, gets to play Tifa. I mean, Tifa's a pretty messed up card. Alright, this is pretty good for us. Get rid of this, sack the warrior. One and oh, beating the Demir Menace. Let's go. Very nice. Certainly keeping this. Yeah, Naya Yuna was doing good against red, even pre-bans. That's pretty believable. There's so much lifelink, right? Pretty hard to keep up with for aggressive decks. I think sweepers are so good against the Naya Yuna deck, but you know, obviously you're not playing those in your critter decks. Are they playing the Legends deck? The Joda deck? Could just do this. Attack with Draconautics. Alright, that seems reasonable, right? Don't really mind if they trade. Alright, they are in fact trading. This is acceptable to me. Makes my headliner way better at clearing the way. Ooh. I could get on a Krenko, but I feel like this is pretty absurd, right? And much more immediate. It's so sad that Headliner doesn't make a Goblin, by the way. Can you imagine if Headliner made a Goblin? So now even if they play a blocker, we have lethal. Thanks to Headliner blowing it up. Alright. GG, etc. So I have to imagine we want Lithomantic. And just a ton of removal generally. Maybe cut these Greasewrenches. Yeah, the double Lord went real crazy. It really did. Although I almost want to cut the Dropkick. Maybe that's crazy of me here. I don't know what else I would cut. I guess I could trim Draconautics a bit. I could trim Cauldron. Lynx against their 5-color deck. Yeah, I just literally don't know how to make room for it is the problem. So I kind of want Witchstalker as well. Yeah, the Cauldron hasn't come into use yet, sadly. Although there was a game... Oh no, it did one thing in a game that we then lost, sadly. It seems really powerful in theory, though. Maybe I'm overrating Torch here. Some of their creatures get pretty large. We're pretty reliant on having tokens to sack to the Torch. Yeah, and slower matchups. Yeah, I think our opponent's deck might do some faster things sometimes, but... I guess we'll try this. I've not really seen the Joda deck in action, and we're also not 100% there on the Joda deck, but... Feels like they could probably make a decently large battlefield fairly quickly. Alright, pretty mediocre hand, but seems fine enough. Okay, that makes the hand astronomically better, because now suddenly we're making a token with Searslicer on turn 2 if we want. Which is pretty incredible. Very nice Searslicer here. Searslicer has been so good for us today. Just generally. Human. I see. Fortune's so cool in the Legends decks. But yes, we're going... Hordemaster... Lithomantic Barrage. Attack for 8 and threaten lethal next turn. Here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have a headliner to remove a blocker. Right, they have the Devout Decree. So I'm not going to kill them quite yet, but certainly getting there. Is it bad that I almost just want to activate Soulstone this turn? I feel like the only way I really lose is them randomly having a sweeper in their deck. Like, even if they baser me, I don't really care. Nice. Get that W. Chat, I need to know, what is this avatar our opponent's using? I've not seen this character before. Oh, Golgari. Okay. Golgari's back on the menu. Oh, from Dragonstorm. That makes sense. Alright. Liliana. I guess Howlsquad answers Liliana quite nicely. Force them to have a removal spell, otherwise we Krenko next turn and basically win. Okay, interesting. One card. I'm just Krenkoing, right? I can just kill the Bloodletter instead. But it feels like this is pretty messed up. Oh, I can actually attack all. Blocking the Howlsquad doesn't do anything for them. Yeah, Hasty Krenko is always the fun play. Kind of sick. And because it's a Bloodletter instead of a Slasher, they can't actually kill me next turn. As far as I'm aware. Oh no, there's the card that makes you lose half your life rounded up. Maybe I should have thought about that one. Fortunately, didn't matter. Oh, Torch is kind of nice. So we can go... Headliner. Move to combat. Attack all. Sacrifice this to kill the Bloodletter. Sacrifice this to answer the Cecil. And we put them on Gix's command or bust. Yeah. Doesn't have Gix's command main, I guess. Nice. That was a very clean win. Oh, we definitely want the deal 5s against that deck. I feel like Lightning Strike is probably not the most impressive when we already have Torch for Cecil. Then I need to cut 2 cards. Just be these Dropkicks. I feel like we want Torch. They might have Elf in their deck. Also answers Cecil or helps finish off a blocker. It seems perfectly reasonable. Game 2. I kind of don't want to keep this. It's not terrible, because the Witchstalker is really good against them. I guess hitting our lands is good against them, but... I definitely prefer this. Go Stadium Headliner. Doesn't die. Very nice. Might get us a token with Searslicer. We should be so lucky. Oh, interesting. It seems my Headliner is not long for this world. Alright. Fair enough. We get to do the same play as last game. And just have Howlsquad answer Liliana. And then threaten to Krenko them again. Just like last game. Alright. Hey, Sun Thief. Hello, hello. Oh, deploy the Krenko. See if they have it. Alright, sure. Whatever. We still gotta have a second removal spell. Oh. I have no idea if that showed up on the mic. I'm so sorry if it did. Alright, Mosswood Dread Knight's acceptable. Oh, we get to untap with Krenko. Let's go. Oh, this is incredible for us. You know, I could just, like, sack a token instead of exiling the Dread Knight. It's not clear I care about the Dread Knight that much. And getting some card draw going sounds nice. And if I hit a land, I get to answer Dread Knight anyway. Okay. Yeah, this worked out kind of good for us. Although I could just wait. This answers Soulstone. Maybe it answers something else. Like, the Dread Knight's pretty mediocre. Mainly it's just a blocker at the moment, which is annoying, but I think I'm just going to say go. And just give up a damage. Reserve my removal. Yeah, the Fountainport's been really sweet, Avalon. I've been quite happy with it. You see, they might start attacking with this Mosswood now. I guess I should probably stop myself from taking 6. Oh, without flying? We can't actually target Bloodletter. Slightly unfortunate, I suppose. Although one might say we're doing okay for ourselves. As long as they don't cast the lose half my life rounded up card, or Gix's command, it seems like we should be pretty good. We can make a drop treasure to cast the dragon. That's so funny. Classic Fountainport. Alright, please don't sweep me. Let's go! 3-1 with the Gobbos. You love to see it. You really do. Heck yeah. Alright, I actually have to cool this stream a little bit early, chat, but also I'm going to be streaming tomorrow instead of Thursday. This week's a bit weird, but I'll be streaming...